Okay, he's over there.
You're not real. You're not real.
Excuse me, buddy, I'm just looking at stuff. Impact hammer.
You're not real. You're not real. You're not real. Get away from me, Phantom. Shoot. Scram.
Calm down, I'm not trying to hurt you.
You can talk? The Phantom's never talked before. Ugh, I knew I shouldn't have eaten that sprat raw. See? See, Higgins? This is why you must always boil your sprats before ingesting.
You're not imagining me. Slow down, tell me what's going on.
Clearly, I mistook you for one of the phantoms of my imagination, which terrorized me on occasion. Chester D. Higgins. The D stands for definitely not insane. I use it as a reminder.
What is it you do here? How long have you been down here?
Hard to say. By my reckoning, Higgins has been here somewhere between 2 weeks and forever. My recollection's a touch fuzzy these days.
Uh-huh. And what exactly do you do here?
Oh, Higgins has been many things over the years. Sprat Wrangler, Saltuna Critic, Aetherwave Personality, Chairman of the Board, Galactic Defender, Sisty Pig Tycoon. I've come a long way for someone who started off as a simple engineer right here in this plant.
You were an engineer.
I specialized in automechanicals, drones, sentries, repaired them, maintained, upgraded, did it all from my old workroom just over in the next section.
If you worked on these mechanicals, you must know a way to stop them.
Look, I don't want to fall into any trouble with the mechanicals. If they wise up to our plans, they will come for us. With prodding irons.
I can deal with mechanicals. I made it this far, didn't I?
You know, you remind me of myself back when I was an intergalactic adventurer. I discovered a flaw. Their hostility levels were hardwired to maximum. There's no changing that, but you could rewrite their targeting protocol so they attack each other instead.
Mechanicals follow the behavior of their logic module. Someone tampered with it.
Yes, that's exactly it. I see you're also versed in the noble art of mechanical engineering. There's a behavior control terminal in the other room. It should have options to change how the mechanicals act, including whom they shoot at. Oh, that reminds me. You'll need my passcode to access the behavior control terminal. Here, let me just write it down for you.
Any idea where I can find a logic module?
Funny thing, I was working on a logic module just before the mayhem started. Security chief found me and confiscated the logic module.
I wanted to ask you something.
The tail. Definitely start with the tail. If you're feeling adventurous, the ears are a particular delicacy.
No. How have you been surviving all this time?
Jimmy'd opened the vending machines. That lasted a good couple of months. Eventually, I had to resort to more unconventional means of filling my insides.
This place looks like it's been abandoned for a while. What happened?
Mechanicals lost their bolts. Opened fire on anything that moved. It was pandemonium.
And you weren't killed?
I was on cleaning duty at the time. My old boss had me scrubbing pipes when the killing started. So, as usual, I missed out.
Interesting. That guy's crazy. Okay. So... Oh, bathrooms. Extender sites. So he's gave me the password, so I should be able to go up to that room I couldn't go before.
Wait, no. If we send the power to Miss McDevitt, what happens to the veil?
I don't know. Modify behavior. All mechanicals in this facility have been mandated to remain in guard mode. Any attempt to alter the setting is punishable by company law. Your infraction has been noted in your permanent record. C. Higgins. Please see your supervisor to schedule whoops. Define intruders. Define intruders as Spacer's Choice auto mechanicals. There we go. Barred. How do we get that open? Oh wait, we must be able to get down there from somewhere over here. No, that's barred as well. Did I miss something over here? I don't think I can get there from in that room. Let's see. Okay, so it looks like at the beginning. How the fuck? Everything is barred. I don't understand where I was supposed to go, because that was the entrance. I don't think anything over here goes that way. None of the terminals open any of those doors. Yeah, that's the damn entrance. Access file 1. I had to borrow your copy of Young Spacer's Guide to Mechanical Engineering. Radio has been sputtering and I needed the reference. I've returned the copy to the repair bay. File 2. Chaos everywhere. Mechanicals gone haywire. Gunfire. Hearing some screams. Oh law. I think that was someone's leg. Would like to leave early for the day. Please deduct delinquency fee from my pay. Thank you. Proud to be a member of Spacer's Choice family. God. Okay, just messages. Ow. Yeah, this is. We have to go this way. And we can't get through this door.
Something you need?
You mentioned something earlier that I wanted to ask you about.
You mean about the mission being too clean?
Isn't it supposed to be clean? It's church. In the bar, you asked if I was a drinker.
I know, but Vickers says the universe is a machine, that it runs by law. Real machines have gunked up oil, scratches, and worn bits. You can tell they've seen handling, been used by folk. The machine Vickers sees is one ain't never been run. It's not for people to live in. It's something on a museum shelf, under glass.
You're a mechanic. Whenever you see a machine, it's in need of fixing. Then why'd you want to talk to him?
The Vicar's about the only soul in the Vale who spends his time thinking on what is and ain't right. It's just that when he looks at me, I feel I'd disappoint him.
In the bar, you asked if I was a drinker.
Sorry. I know, it's none of my business.
I like a drink now and again. I'm going to guess you're not a drinker yourself.
Strong drink makes me sick. And it makes me real sad. I start thinking about things I oughtn't, and then... Well, never mind that. You got better things to think on. Sorry.
Don't apologize.
Oh, it's what I do. You'll tire of it soon enough. Something you need?
So, there's nowhere to go over here. We have to go through here. We've already switched this one. Go through here. Maybe it is all the way down here. I don't know. Or down here, maybe? Oh, that just goes there. Okay. Am I just dumb? God damn it. This is that one room we were in and then left because I wanted to see where that guy was. Sheer grip. There we go. Skin cream.
Blast. I'm not sure what the ride is. All I know is the decision's final.
Yeah. I need to get in there.
Once we do this, there's no going back.
Hey, mister? Look, I know you want your power regulator and all, but I just gotta ask you. Do you understand what you're about to do?
I wouldn't mind hearing your opinion.
I don't think you should cut off Edgewater's power. I think it would be cruel. I'm sorry. That just sort of came out all at once. Edgewater's hurting. We've been losing workers year after year, and corporate hardly ever sends replacements. There's barely enough Saltuna to fill our bellies anymore. But the town's got some good people in it. Decent, hard-working folk just living their lives the only way they know how. They don't deserve to be punished.
I see your point. I think I'm ready to make a decision. Reed tells me Edgewater is going to die without workers and power. The deserters are a community I can't destroy.
Well, that sure sounds like Mr. Thompson. If he was standing here, I imagine he'd remind us of how we're all one big, happy Spacer's Choice family. In Mr. Thompson's eyes, those deserters are still part of the Spacer's Choice family. The family must work together in order to survive. I hate to say it, but I think Mr. Thompson's got a point. Unless those deserters come back, Edgewater's as good
Yeah,
as
and
dead.
there's a lot more people there.
Cutting off their power might be the only way.
And they can go back and just... I mean...
Sorry, I didn't mean to babble on like that. I felt like I had to say something.
No, it's good. I'm glad you did. I like hearing from you.
Really? I mean, wow. Thanks. No one's ever told me those words in that order.
To Edgewater. Yeah, well, those deserters, I mean, they weren't the best, you know? Where the hell is that room? What key card do I need? I want to get in there so bad. 23 of 40 for hacking. Is that hacking? Lockpick. So let's see, let's go. Let's see if we can. Because... oh, we have 2 riot things. This one is negative to stealth. Lockpick. That might work. What am I at now? I need 7. We could drink enough of these to do it.
I think you did the rightest thing you could, sending the power back to Edgewater. A lot of people would have suffered otherwise. People I care for. Even if they ain't care much for me.
Companion ability cooldown. Oh, no, okay. Alright, personality. We need a... what was it? Body attributes. Now let me take 2 to see if it ups it. 2. It does. Oh. Never mind. God damn it. So I just wasted all 7 of those. Yep. Damn it. Alright. Wentworth High Society finest cigarettes and Halcyon. Wentworth cigarettes. Cigarettes are gross. I guess we're going to get the thing at the botanical lab.
Oh, that's Thomas. He used to follow me around before he left the cannery.
I know, I'm trying to think.
God, everybody's just sitting there.
That's the thing about growing old. Your eyes start to fail. Elsewise, I would have seen you for the snake that you are, chopped you into pieces and roasted you on a spit. This is all you're doing. Cutting off my power, killing off my garden. Without refrigeration, my food will spoil, and my flock will starve. I want to ask you this in private, away from the eyes of my flock, so they do not see me lose my temper. Tell me, why did you do it?
Reed needs his people back.
You want my flock wasting their lives in that cannery? Fine. Go and talk to them. Go talk to Grace and Thomas. Look them in the eye and tell them their life here is over, and the only thing left to do is go back to Edgewater. This is now your responsibility. And you tell Reed Thompson that I will never return to Edgewater. I would rather die among my flowers than live under his management.
I'm willing to deal with Reed for you. You're being unreasonable. Come back to Edgewater. What happened to you, Adelaide? All this anger had to come from somewhere.
My son worked in that cannery. When the plague started coming, he was one of the first to fall sick. We had a store of medicine locked away, but Reed refused to treat him. Said my boy didn't deserve treatment. Said the medicine would have been wasted on him. So I buried my boy in the cemetery, gathered my belongings, and left. That's as much of the story as you need to hear.
I'm willing to deal with Reed for you.
You offering to cross Reed off, huh? This some sort of twisted reparation for what you've done? Or you just looking for a chance to sow some chaos? Kill Reed if you must, or talk him into leaving if you can. He and I are not sharing the same 4 walls together.
Reed isn't going to just leave his post. I'll need some help convincing him.
Tell him what I have already told you. That I know the
True.
secret to bringing life back to the soil. The secret is human corpses. I've been grinding them up in my fertilizer for years. Marauder, worker, don't matter much to me. The human body is rich with nutrients.
You think that'll convince Reed to step down?
I have got a means to cure the plague, and I will not share that cure until Reed leaves town. Those are my terms.
Okay. Can I have this? I will go talk to Reed though.
Everybody keeps staring at me. It's not my fault the power's dead. Whoa, Miss Parvati. You're, how are you? Hi, hello.
Are you, are things safe out here? How are you keeping?
Great, just great. I've been trying to keep stuff running, just like you. Only I'm not so... Wait, they didn't kick you out, did they?
Oh gosh, no, I'm just along with this fella here.
I seen you wandering around here. You don't look like you're coming from town.
I'm passing through. I'll take that as a compliment.
Sorry, I just wasn't sure if you were from town or if you were one of us. Something's been chewing at me, you see. Fact is, I've been, well, lying. To everybody here. Camp thinks I'm a mechanical genius, but I couldn't fix a busted chair.
Never too late to start learning. I could give you a couple pointers.
I'll take all the help I can get. I set my mind to learning the craft of the engineer, you see. I want to make something of myself. You ever heard of the Young Spacer's Guide to Mechanical Engineering? Comes in a set of 3. If I had my hands on one of those data pads, I could teach myself the ins and outs.
Those are good. My dad kept a copy with him when he was working in the cannery.
I know the old community center kept a copy. Should find another one back in town. If you could find me even one of those
I know I have at
pads,
least 2.
I'd be greatly obliged.
Today's your lucky day, Thomas. I've got one of those data pads you wanted.
No kidding. Really? Well, which one?
Part 1.
Look at that! Building a computing machine out of Spectrum potatoes, a primer. I'm just glad it survived all these years. I appreciate you going through all that trouble. In fact, I put aside something special, on the off chance that somebody'd search out those data pads for me.
Hold on. I've got one more for you.
Well, don't keep me in suspense.
Part 2. Found it in the cannery.
Ain't that just ironical? If I'd worked a little longer back at the cannery, I might have found this myself. 2 whole data pads? Be still my beating heart. Oh, almost forgot your payment.
I'll let you know if I find any others.
Sure, I'd be glad to take them off your hands.
It's time to go back to Edgewater. I want to ask you something.
What's on your mind?
How long have you lived here?
Couple months. This camp's my home. People you see milling about, they're my family. At least I think of them that way. I owe them my life. Would have died in the wilderness if they hadn't chanced upon me, starving and delirious.
What were you doing out in the wilderness?
We all left the cannery for one reason or another. Me? I was let go. Mostly on account of my incompetence. I mean, I was incompetent. I couldn't even survive on my own. Grace found me, Adelaide took me in, I've been on my feet ever since.
You weren't incompetent. You just didn't fit the cannery. Not like here. This place had a U-shaped hole, and now it doesn't.
You could stay, you know. Here. I'd be happy to... I mean, we could really use... oh, this isn't coming out right. If you want, Adelaide would make a place for you.
You won't survive without power. It's time to go back to Edgewater.
I've been thinking about going back. I'm not much use to anybody here. I get sick thinking about working at the cannery. I can't do that again.
So don't work at the cannery. You wanted to be an engineer.
You know something? I think you're right. The town could use another engineer, and I'm on my way to becoming one. I could do a lot of good in Edgewater. Maybe even keep a garage of my own with a little workbench and my very own toolbox. It's just... Adelaide's never gonna forgive me. Not in 100 years. I go crawling back to my old life in Edgewater, and I'm as good as dead to her.
Leave Adelaide behind, then Edgewater needs you. Why's that? Stay put. I'm going to talk to Reed and stepping down.
You know where to find me.
Okay.
I don't know what you did to talk some sense into Zoe, but I appreciate it.
There's nothing left for you here. It's time to go back to Edgewater.
The matter's been weighing on me. Zoe came back, but I couldn't keep her from slipping out in the first place. Who's to say I could keep marauders from slipping in? I don't see us lasting more than a couple of weeks out here. I'm loath to admit it. We're gonna have to make our peace with Thompson and hope he takes us back. Listen, we go back to Reed, hat in hand, begging for our old jobs back. Well, Adelaide's not gonna forgive us. She never talked to us again.
Don't do anything hasty. I'm going to try to talk Reed into stepping down.
Sure, suit yourself. I'll be here.
Okay, so we're going to go ahead and do that. Yeah, you have to take care of your employees, or else any business you think you have is screwed from the get-go. That's where big companies just kind of lose it. Yeah, we need, how do we get up? Okay.
This is a fine day, friend. Power flows through our town like a cool stream of water. I trust Adelaide's people have seen their way to reason. So, when can I expect them back at their posts?
I spoke to Adelaide. She won't come back as long as you're here.
Then we are at an impasse. Stewardship over this town has been entrusted to me by Spacer's Choice. I am not perfect. I have made my share of mistakes. But I have done my best for this town.
A change of leadership might be what this town needs.
I am a Spacer's Choice man. My father was a Spacer's Choice man. Edgewater may not look like much to some buttoned-up freelancer, but it is my home.
Adelaide's people are getting sick with plague. Adelaide made it clear she won't return unless you leave.
Unless you can demonstrate to me that we are helpless without her, I see no reason why I should stand down.
Adelaide's found a way to grow food. She'll come back if you step down.
You will excuse me for being skeptical. How exactly is Adelaide growing crops in barren soil?
Look, Reed, all I know is that it involves some really complicated math, and it works.
If Adelaide's found a way to feed her people and cure the plague, then she deserves this office more than I do. I won't stand in her way. My life here is ended. Give me a little time to settle my affairs. I'm sure Adelaide will be glad to see the back of me.
You don't have to do this, you know. This can't be easy for you. What are your plans?
A couple months ago, I might have put in for a transfer. It's a big colony. Spacer's Choice has other towns. Now, I couldn't show my face in any of them.
This can't be easy for you.
I have always tried to do right by my town. It has never been easy.
Take care. Well, I think we did the right thing. Well, really, I know we did. I wonder what the, I know the left on the D-pad. Oh yeah, we have to get out of here. We'll do her special. Up makes her attack. What does down do? Kanan examined. I'll have to find out one of these days. What the hell's hostile? I have no idea. Oh shit. That would have been horrible.
Look at that. The snake's come back.
Careful what you say, bitch. I talked Reed and leaving. Come back to Edgewater.
I never thought I'd see the day that Reed Thompson abandoned his post. Suppose we all have a breaking point. Suppose it's time our flock made our way back to Edgewater. We must tend to what remains of the town and carry on with our lives as best we may. You're vexing to me, you know? Injuring us with one hand, helping us with the other. Here, I'm giving you something to leave us be. It's a ransom, you understand, not a reward.
Edgewater's better off with you running the place.
You're telling me you did all this just to put me in charge of Edgewater? Stranger, you are some kind of twisted. I might turn that old cannery into a garden. Got ourselves a whole cemetery bursting with bodies. I need some time to gather my personals. Long walk back to Edgewater. Got a considerable burden to carry.
Take care. Level 8. Did we just level up twice?
Any luck finding one of those
Not
manuals? Adelaide said that? Was she sober at the time? I never imagined she'd step foot in Edgewater long as Reed ran the town. Something must have changed in Edgewater. Adelaide's good as family. If she's going back, so are we.
Never liked Reed much. Can't say I'm sorry he's gone.
Okay. I thought we were going to be talking to them as well. So, we got 10. We really need our lock pickup. So... Is that what it is? Yeah, okay. Get it up to 25. That up, it's technically at 60. And let's see. 50% XP from companion kills. Think either XP from companion or walking speed. This will be number 4, so the 5th one will get the run speed. Oh, she hasn't leveled up yet? Let's go to our journal. Frightened engineer. I did?
I'm glad Adelaide's coming back to town with us.
Taser luck at 8 helmets? I've got... Oh, okay.
No kidding. Really? Well, which one?
The Elusive Part 3. Someone stashed it away inside the old geothermal plant.
The geothermal plant? Now that is just incredible.
I didn't see the option last
You
time.
really went exploring down there? Adelaide always told us it was swarming with hostile mechanicals. That's a complete set. All 3 parts. I'm gonna be the greatest engineer Halcyon's ever seen. Aside from you, Ms. Parvati. I swear, I'll do you proud.
I'm glad we could help, Thomas.
I've been saving something for you. Just a little contraption I found. Should fit right into your outfit.
Awesome. Alright, so let's do die robots. I can't remember what we have to do. Okay. Okay. Position of the region been taken over by automechanicals. Logic module. Okay, so we have to go down possibly to the control room to find the key card. So yeah, the room's right there. Oh, we only need 3 of those mag locks. There's a vendor. Can we buy it? I mean, unless we can find this. Be awesome. Okay, it's in that room, which was... up here, I believe. How did I not see this? Oh my god, this guy was hiding. Got it. Ow, my leg. Thank God. Still mad I wasted all that stuff. Alright, Ludwig, you insane dude. What is your... What's our end game with this guy? Oh good, there's actually a fast travel thing over there.
Never seen the Veil lit up like this before.
You mentioned a logic module. I found one in the geothermal plants.
Bang up work, soldier. You're a credit to your uniform. Oh, that reminds me. Gotta look into getting us a uniform. So this is it then. The key to humanity's victory over the mechanical hordes. I would reward you with the gratitude of the Resistance, but I'm guessing you want something tactile. So here's a couple bits for your trouble, and a little something to remember me by.
Take care. Awesome. We can finally get this done, but let's see, what did he gave us this one is 53 damage, weapon melee attack speed plus 15%, power attack damage plus 20%, 131 DPS. We got some other stuff as well. Did we get a suit? I don't think so. I think a couple of things are these. Yeah, I think this one and something else.
Is this your ship? Oh my stars, she is just so handsome. Does she have a name yet? What's her drive model? Oh, gosh. Listen to me babbling. When I was in Edgewater, I dreamed of flying on a real ship, working on a real engine, belonging to a proper crew. I'm the only decent mechanic Edgewater's got, but every time I think of going back, I get this sinking feeling.
I can understand not wanting to go back. You didn't seem happy in Edgewater.
Well, it's kind of you to say that. And you're right. I wasn't happy. I want to ask you something, and you can say no. But can I come with you? I could tend to your engine. I know my G-valves from my catalyzers, and I can keep your ship singing. And if you ever need a pair of eyes watching your back, I can do that too. What do you think?
I'd be glad to have you along. Pick a cab and it's yours.
Yes! I mean, thanks. You won't regret this, mister. Captain. I can call you Captain now. Ha! I got a captain.
I might put it that the helmets don't show on them.
Well, I certainly am looking forward to flying on a ship named the Unreliable. I'll just head upstairs and claim a room.
Oh, alright.
Captain, I have detected that Edgewater's power supply is now optimal. I applaud your willingness to invest your time in the local community. What can I do for you, Captain?
I have a power regulator.
Do you know how to install a power regulator?
Yeah, I know what I'm doing.
Outstanding, Captain. Your aptitude for engineering will prove invaluable in the event of another catastrophic engine failure. Our engine room is located behind you. Across the cargo bay, up the ladders.
Let's go put it in. Ow.
What can I do for you, Captain?
I've installed the power regulator.
All systems are operating within acceptable parameters. I am prepared to bring the Unreliable into low-altitude orbit. This should prove an adequate test of our flight capabilities.
Hold on. I need to take care of something. So now that it's on, I want to search all the places we couldn't before. Was there anything down here? No. What? Okay, maybe we do have to take flight.
Welcome back, Captain. All systems are now operating within acceptable parameters. Shall I take our ship into orbit?
Let's get out of here. Against all odds, the Unreliable takes flight.
We have received a communication request from Dr. Phineas Wells.
Good, I've been waiting to hear from him.
Aha, there you are. Hale and hearty, and captain of your own ship. I see you're putting the Unreliable to good use. Shame about her former captain. Horrible way to die. How are you feeling, by the way? I lost track of you in that cave back there. Experiencing any, unnatural drippage? Perfectly normal side effect of thawing, I assure you.
I've been feeling a little lightheaded, also I can slow down time.
Oh, that, yes, that's probably permanent. I wouldn't worry about it, though. I'm sure you're fine. What you saw in Emerald Vale is happening all across the colony. Food shortages, lack of supplies, and basic necessities. We're dying. The chairman, the minister, and all their lackeys on the board are to blame. The Hope has some of the brightest minds Earth ever sent us. If we can revive the Hope's colonists, they can help us undo the board's mistakes. They can help us set things right. You need to get to Stellar Bay on Monarch. I have contacts there. They'll help me, help us, find the chemicals to revive your fellow colonists. Gladys Culkelly, lovely woman, runs a cozy little black marketing outfit on the Groundbreaker. She can get you a nav key to land on Stellar Bay.
Fine, I'll go have a word with Gladys. Why do I need a nav key to land on a planet? Slow down, you asked me to get involved with the black market. Or I could put a couple light years between me and Halcyon. Can't I land somewhere outside Stellar Bay?
Excellent. I'll send her a wireless. Let her know you're coming. By the way, I gave Captain Hawthorne a disguise apparatus of my own design, cutting-edge technology, years ahead of its time. I call it the Holographic Shroud. I'm sure it will prove remarkably useful to you. You'll find it in the captain's quarters.
I'll put it to good use, thanks.
Excellent. I'll contact you once you've found a way to get to Stellar Bay. If you have any questions, come see me in my lab. And remember, don't trust the board. They'll try to win you over with promises of wealth and power, but it's a lie. The board's only interested in filling their own pockets. If we don't put a stop to them, they're going to run this colony to the ground.
Transmission ended. If you are ready to depart, please select a destination on your navigation terminal.
Okay, so this is our unreliable navigation terminal. Let's go look at stuff. Oh, that door opens now. Holographic shroud. The holographic shroud projects a disguise on you and your companions that gives you access to restricted areas, provided you have the correct ID cartridge for that area. Restricted areas are off limits to unauthorized personnel and otherwise results in being attacked on sight. Wow, okay. Got a lot of XP for that. Oh, thank God we can transfer stuff in our bin.
Make yourself at home, Captain.
Over encumbered with that. Oh, we leveled up. I didn't even know. Let's see. Let's get that up. Let's see. I have 3 more available. And Vicar, he can level up as well. Let's see, health, threat generated, hack. And his stuff, what does this do? Dialogue skills +5. He does need a helmet though. We'll go this one. And he can have this one as well. Then he has this shotgun and that does 87 damage though. And this shotgun does 20 times 12. So 240. It's quite a bit. We'll let him keep that stuff for now.
Is it time for your
Messages for Alex Hawthorne. Ooh, I think we'll leave these for another one. First, I just want to look at all the rooms and stuff. There's no response from the automated unit. A serial number etched in its chassis include the letter Sam. Okay, so we gotta talk to Ada about that. There's someone's room. A stern older man with warm eyes. Photo of Pavarti's father. Okay. So this is Pavarti's room. Banged up toolbox full of modified tools with unique mechanical usages. Digging around in here would be an easy way to lose a finger to a sawtooth blade. Abigail, first wrench Dad ever gave me. She's been a friend ever since. Pavarti. The modern steel wrench in you. This book is heavily dotted with doodles in the margins. Petunia the plant. This is not a petunia. Let's see, we got another room. This one isn't anybody's yet. And this is his room. Doctrinal Studies 539 of Equity and Equations. These textbooks have been out of print for almost half a century. The margins are filled with scribbled notes, and many passages have been underlined. Some pages have come loose, the glue now yellowed and cracked along the spines. The Journal of Maximilian de Soto, Volume 1. The scribblings on these journal pages are utterly illegible to anyone except Vicar Maximilian de Soto. Got your own language, buddy? Thanks for the ammo. Tossball trading cards. In mint condition, most of these cards represent players from the Hephaestus Hammers and the Tile Backers. The Art of Science and Tossball. Impossible to put down. Order of Scientific Inquiry, Offices of Literature. This endorsement has been approved. Auntie Cleo's Darlings. Signed by Seymour Whitlock, who held the record for most on-the-field fatalities for 3 consecutive seasons. Alright.
Good to see you.
OSI Anointed Vial. Smells suspiciously like iceberg-aged whiskey. Index of Banned Literature. Part 1, Various Qualifying Considerations. Part 2, Principal Rules of Restrictive Management. Part 3, Morals and Maxims of Banning Unethical Literature. Part 4, Proof of the Grand Architect and Predestination. A refundiation of the titles listed here within. Part 5, Consequences, the Mind and the Will of Man when Led Astray. Part 6, Official List of Banned Titles. Part 7, Prerequisites for advancing the investigation, outing, and penalizing of offenders. So this is all that stuff it said, like, is here. Someone else's bunk. Ooh. Old saber. What doesn't kill you gives you tetanus. That's the saber we found. Let's see. We know this place. Oh, it's got stuff in it now. And a bathroom. Okay, so let's talk to... Oh, there's Pavarti. Ada really quick about that thing.
Welcome back, Captain. How can I be of assistance?
Know anything about the automatical gathering dust in the janitor's closet?
The unit is a cleaning SAM. Hawthorne brought it on board some cycles ago, I'm sure with the intent to modify it, but I've never seen it up and running. Alex likely recorded progress notes detailing his efforts to modify SAM. If you check the terminal in your captain's quarters, we may be able to determine what work remains in order for SAM to properly operate.
I'm in the mood for some entertainment.
Certainly, Captain. What would you like to hear?
Tell me a joke.
I used to hate math, but then I realized decimals have a point.
Ada, play my favorite song.
Now playing a Spacer's Choice advertisement jingle.
It's not the best choice. It's Spacer's
That's not my favorite song.
Everyone in Halcyon is contractually obligated to label this or another board-certified jingle their favorite song.
Right. That's enough for now.
As you wish, Captain. I must comply with all direct orders. See you soon, Captain.
Okay. Wait, where are my quarters? You're there. Alright, so what we're gonna do... We're gonna go to this one. Botch. Did we botch anything? No. We're gonna end it here and we come back. We're gonna go ahead and read all these, store some stuff, and do a lot of stuff. I love this game so far, so have a great day, guys, and I'll see ya. Bye.